Aloha, everybody. This is Cathy Bilsky, the Quantum Leap, Let Light Unite. And this is April 4th, 24. Today, I want to do more work on the CERN. And we're also going to do more work. Whoops. Sorry, I'm trying to get my Facebook page aligned. Oh, wow, I'm actually on. Just 1 minute. All right, we're good to go. So we're also going to do, after I've done work on the CERN, a little more work on the one government agency that wants to send 3 rockets up into the solar eclipse on the 8th. And at the same time this is happening, CERN wants to open up some really dark portals and allow some dark entities in, and they want to change the timeline. So what I want to do is just neutralize all that. So as we're doing the work, and if you've got your crystal, go ahead, hold it, because it's going to amplify our work even more. All right. So as we're doing this, I'm going to ask that we're going to create a bubble of light and put the energy work in that bubble. And I'm going to ask that you send energy into the bubble, and at the same time, imagine in your mind's eye this actually happening and manifesting. So let's do it. So sit down, sit up as straight as you can. And I want you to take a deep breath and exhale out everything that no longer serves you, and imagine all that unwanted energy going through the violet flame back to God. You fill up with more light. So do that till I tell you to stop. As you're doing that, I surround each and every one of you in a bubble of golden flame. I add to that the blue flame of protection, the violet flame of transmutation, the green flame of healing, and I seal you in the pink flame of love. And we're going to call to all your teachers, guides, masters, the angels, the archangels, the cosmic beings, all the divine ones of light, and invite them in to add energy to our work and amplify it even more. So imagine all of us, we're in this huge circle connected through our heart chakras of all like mind. We're all holding hands, and real quick, we're going to send love and light to the right. And as the energy goes to the right, again, we're all connected. We all become one of like minds. And as we send it to the left, the circle is closed, so only that which is light may enter. And of course, we invite the trees in to take this energy and send it into the earth so the earth remains stable, and out through the branches so all life forms can feel this positive energy. We call to all the rock stones, crystals, minerals, all the earth keepers on the planet to link into our big earth keeper crystal under the bubble of light and amplify our work over 100,000-fold. We call to all the grids, ley lines, meridians, domes, obelisks, pyramids on the planet to lock into our divine energy work today and amplify our work even more. And I'm going to ask that everyone here that participates receive the healing, and that you guide us into doing not our will, but thy will be done. So be it. All right. So let there be light in the name of the presence of God, which I am, through the magnetic power, the sacred fire vested in me. And if it is your will, Creator, I command. We call to Michael the Archangel, Ganesha, the remover of obstacles, all the cosmic beings, and the Creator to cut all ties to the Hadron Collider Project, to whoever is wanting this to work, including all money investors. As we cut the ties to all involved, we call the violet flame through all the cells, atoms, molecules, DNA of this machine to clean it up. Now we reconnect it all to the Creator, filling it up with divine love. We command it to be neutral and no longer function. We call the Ganesha to put up many blocks, obstacles, up to block them finding the God particle or bring in any entity from any dimension into our timeline. For Ganesha to put up blocks around all the supercomputers so they cannot communicate by giving or receiving any info from CERN, including all the Euro HPC joint undertakings existing supercomputers, including the Discoverer in Bulgaria, the Milu Zina in Luxembourg, Vega in Slovenia, and Caroline in Chechnya, including the 3 more Euro HPC supercomputers that are underway, which includes the Leonardo in Italy, the Ducalan in Portugal, and Marie Nostrum in 5 in Spain, along with any D-Wave supercomputers. See them all being blocked, not only from communicating with CERN, but from each other. If the CERN is causing the Mandela effect by causing the destruction of pieces of the universe, represented by quantum fields every time they run the LHC, resulting in the quantum field shifting us to the closest multi-universe timeline, while our consciousness is not affected by it all, envision the Mandela effect being reversed. See in your mind's eye any attempt to change our enlightenment timeline fall apart. See our timeline being reset to a timeline of world enlightenment. Every time CERN tries to change our timeline, let it blow back. Let the blowback be it propels us further into divine world enlightenment. Let any attempt CERN tries to create on the day of the eclipse on April 8th, a demonic, multidimensional counterforce to this epic event of divine enlightenment intervention, fall apart. This is their hopeless attempt to negate the willpower and light of God during a time of immense global alchemy that they hope to disrupt and pervert. Cancel clear, cancel clear, cancel clear all their evil plans. Let's cut ties to the symbol of Shiva that is dancing the cosmic dance of death and destruction of the Hadron Project, replacing Shiva with the symbol of Lakshmi, the goddess of abundance. But we're going to ask Shiva to redirect her energy inward to the destruction of the Hadron Collider Project. The physicists at CERN claim they discovered the characters of a ghost-like structure, an invisible entity which can alter the paths of particles. Let us cut ties with whomever this entity may have attached itself to, including the CERN. We send the violet flame through this entity and chain it up with whatever rock, mineral, or crystal that renders it powerless, like kryptonite is to Superman. This entity can no longer manipulate particles of any kind nor be misused. We tie and bind this entity and command that it's sent back to whatever dimension it came from. Let any stargates, time portals that are opening up for dark entities to enter be closed and sealed forever. I call to Michael the Archangel to cut all ties to any black magicians, secret societies, ETs, the Borman Group, the Jesuits, the WEF, NASA, the Committee of 300, the Illuminati, reptilian governments, militaries, scientists, and other beings who has a God complex that are trying to manipulate the laws of nature on the planet, whether it is inside on or around the earth, to stop manipulating particles and atoms through the construction of the Large Hadron Project and or satanic ritual energy misuse of any kind. If they choose to continue, I ask their higher self and guardian angel to put them in positions of harmlessness now. We see all veils of protection around this project being removed now. We see all veils of energy that is keeping the masses from giving this their attention be removed now. We have said all elementals that create the Hadron that is being asked to her to destroy any life, human or elemental, on any level, be commanded through the sacred triangle of humans, angels, and elementals to misfire, disintegrate, choose to malfunction, or generally be harmless and take the path of love. We command all these elementals of Hadron Project that are trying to create a God particle to no longer work in harmony. Let heaven reward greatly all elementals that choose this path. God bless. We call to Michael to cut all ties to any machines and computers that are being used to do this, including any Tesla or alien-related machines. As we cut the ties, we call the violet flame through these machines to clean them up, fill them up with divine love. As they recharge in God's energy, we command them to break down and keep breaking down so they no longer function. Now let's imagine many electrical connections that will lead to the rupture of a liquid helium enclosure, causing both a magnetic quench and several tons of helium gas to escape with explosive force. The incident will result in damage to over 50 superconducting magnets and their mountings, and the contamination of the vacuum pipes. See many electrical faulty connections between all 4,000 magnets happen, which will result in closing down the facility. Yet we want this done in a way no one is hurt or harmed. Let's imagine all 7 detectors working in disharmony and breaking down now. Let's imagine the LHC computing grid, which is an international collaborative project that consists of a grid-based computer network infrastructure initially connecting over 140 computer centers in 35 countries. Actually, it was 170 in 36 countries of 2012. It was designated by CERN to handle the significant volume and data produced by the LHC experiments, breaking down and losing all info and data. Let all info on the God particle be lost and or made invisible so no longer can be used. Let there be many unforeseen LHC's electrical glitches, causing many blackouts, resulting in many shutdowns. See the LHC collide with electrons and positrons and not the protons, causing the LHC to slow down, resulting in shutdowns. The LHC does it with magnets to see these big superconducting magnets losing their strength, limiting how much electrical current goes through the LHC. This will result in several magnets losing their superconducting state, which is called quenched. During a quench, the magnet warms up, which in turn warms and pressurizes the liquid helium that surrounds it. When the electrical glitch occurs, the mechanical stress exerted on different parts of the magnet can be quite strong. Imagine the magnets that quenched were the inner triplet magnets located to the left of point A8 of the LHC, which play a crucial role in focusing the beams for the LHCb equipment. See, the quench is creating a helium leak in the magnets, which will put a halt to regular LHC operations. Now, in your mind's eye, let's envision the cryostats of the triple magnets near point A, partially covered in ice, because small amounts of the helium have escaped through a leak and filled the insulation vacuum. See, the M2 bellows have many 1.6 millimeter long cracks in it, which is the source of the helium leaks. Imagine a complete warm-up of the affected LHC sector that cannot be avoided and thus puts an end to the whole LHC physics program. Let their plasma and electric beams be hit with cyclotronic radiation, causing the beams to malfunction. See their awake program crash and burn, which would close all portals they opened up in Geneva and around the surrounding area. Now, in your mind's eye, see those portals closing, sealing, and being moved, made invisible, so they cannot be found again nor opened. And we're going to bless all those people out there that are conscious of what is happening and see the portals and are closing them. Bless their souls. We call to all the bugs, weasels, raccoons, birds, rats, fleas, termites, snakes, spiders, dust, and mold to infest all surface buildings that hold ancillary equipment, such as computers, ventilation equipment, control electronics, and refrigerator plants, as well as all buildings underground. As these elementals create homes, they chew on all electrical wires and they nest where it causes many shutdowns, causing everything to break down so the CERN ceases to function. Let these elementals remain invisible until their jobs are done and equipment stops working. Now we're going to call to the trees to join us in shutting CERN down and see trees falling on electrical lines, causing many blackouts and shutdowns. Now, in all their computers, I want you to imagine the computer numbers, the ones and the zeros, they keep flipping and they flip and flip and flip and flip. So their program shut down, becomes totally skewed and is irrelevant. We call the higher selves of all the operators, science, techies, all military and ET personnel connected to the Hadron Project. And we ask the Creator that if it is for their highest good, they become reconnected to the Creator, becoming awakened, conscious, spiritual beings, then let it be done. As they reconnect to the Creator, we see the results of their actions and now refuse to hurt or harm. For those that choose to keep this project going, I ask their higher self to help them become dyslexic, especially on the 8th of April, and short out as soon as they enter the work building, as well as touch any equipment associated with the Large Hadron Collider project. We also ask their higher selves to put them all in positions of harmlessness and let them be guided to better jobs elsewhere. If the tunnels are being used for the use of humanity, then we can ask that they're protected. If not, let them be damaged and destroyed. Doing this again in a way no one will be hurt or harmed, and closing CERN down forever. All right, now we're going to move forward, and you'll notice I'm trying to be very careful with my words. Now, this government group that wants to send up 3 rockets into the moon during the eclipse, we're going to ask Michael the Archangel to come forth and cut all ties to this energy. I want you to focus on their computers and imagine their computer numbers. The ones and zeros keep flipping, so their program is so skewed the rockets can't go up. We're going to place huge magnets on all their computers, their backup drives, all their equipment, which erases all their information. We're going to also call to the elemental kingdom, the birds, the fleas, the rats, the mice, all the animals, dust, mites, to get around all this equipment and nest and land in ways where the rockets cannot go up. And we're also going to call to the angels to go forth and remove a wire that will stop the rockets from going up. See their plans falling apart. We're going to ask that any worker, any scientist, anyone attached to this program, as soon as they walk into the building or any area where their equipment is, they become dyslexic and they make mistakes again. So the rockets cannot go off. Let them misfire. Let them just do not be able to get off the ground. And again, doing it in a way where no one or nothing can be hurt or harmed. Now, if they do manage to get it off the ground, see the rockets as soon as being veered, going in a different direction other than their projection. And when it gets to a certain spot, see them self-destruct without harming or hurting anything or anybody. All right, guys, let's fill this energy up with a lot of light and love. And we're going to take a deep breath and release it. We give thanks for this opportunity to serve, but nevertheless, again, not our will, but thy will be done. So thanks for joining in. And I'm going to ask that anyone that watches this video or listens to it later on, this energy work is amplified over 100,000 fold. Now, I'm going to ask that you put it on your computer on very, very low so the energy work keeps going out and it manifests. So, in the power of 3 times 3, we're going to do this one more time before the 8th, because that is when the energy work is really powerful and you're building on building blocks. And we really don't want the CERN to work nor the rockets to do whatever their intent is, because you know it's not for the good of humankind. See the 8th actually propelling us into world enlightenment, and keep that focus for the 8th. World enlightenment. World enlightenment. All right, guys, on that happy note, now I need you all to ground, okay? If you got hematite, hold that hematite until you are not lightheaded, and it's going to ground you, okay? And if you don't have it, I want you to stand up, and I want you to feel the earth energy come up your feet, your legs. The higher it comes, the more you ground, you become heavier. You're pulling back in body. You're becoming very, very centered. Feel that energy come up even higher. The lightheadedness is going away. You're getting a little bit heavier. You still feel good, but you're just a little bit heavier. And you're more centered, more clear-headed, and you're filled with all these new possibilities. Now, if that doesn't ground you, then go outside, go find your favorite tree, put your hands on the tree, 30 seconds, more if you want, and send all your excess energy into the tree. And when you've done that, ask the tree to send energy back and you'll ground. You don't want to do that, then go eat something. And it'll help you pull back in body and the lightheadedness should go away. So again, thank you for tuning in and pay attention. We're going to do it one more time before the end of the week. And on that note, have a lovely day, and I hope your weekend is awesome. And remember, think quantum leap, world enlightenment now.